Warren.
Oh, Warren.
Yeah.
Yeah, got two up. He said he was going to come on and watch, even though he doesn't build the Terminator. He does the Bismarck.
Hi all, welcome to my channel. Sorry for a bit of the interruption. And I'm building issue 61 and 62 of the Terminator. So I just had to think what I was building on the show. I do different part work, so basically you've got to think of what you're doing. And my two hosts, I've got the two Daves.
Hello.
Hi, all.
Right. Bring that one up for a moment.
We'll soon know. We'll soon know our way around the internet.
Yep.
The amount of times we've been on.
Yeah.
I'm getting used to this live stream. I've had the room I do my own.
Yeah, yes. Soon you should be able to do your own, Dave.
Yeah.
I wouldn't imagine you'd need an awful lot of room, really, if you keep your stream small on building something small, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it'd be good to see. So, I was going to be calling the parts then.
Right. Shall I do the first lot?
Okay.
Right. Okay, we're building the knee joint.
Yes.
On the part list, 61, 1 knee joint.
And that's plastic because you find they couldn't mold that in a metal shape because it's probably too much detail of it.
61, 2 tendon for the right leg.
Yep.
Plastic again.
Yes.
61, 3 joint centre parts. There's 2.
Get.
61, 4 2 PM3 12 millimeter screws and 1 spare.
What size again is it? Sorry, Dave. What screw was it again?
2 PM3 12 millimeter screws.
Right. Okay, that's the new size screw I've got. I'm going off the packet ready for the screw. I'm going to get a screw out. Right.
And you will also need a fine cross-headed screwdriver and gel tape, super glue, and a cocktail stick or whatever else you use to apply with.
Yeah, is that the right head?
Right.
Yes.
Ready for step 1?
Yeah.
Are you doing your instructions on screen?
Oh, I thought it was.
Oh, it's me and Dave.
And just while you're doing that, I've got P40 F20. Hello, everyone. Hello, P40 F20. We've got Warren Milne. Hi, all. And we've got Fleetwood J. Hi, all. Hope everyone is doing okay. Good luck with the build tonight. So, hi, P40 F20. Hi, Warren. And hi, Fleetwood J.
Hi, everyone. Right. Step 1. Take the first joint centre part, 61-3. Note that this has 4 rear studs, which will fit into the recess in part 61-1. Apply a little super glue to its sides, to the sides of the rear studs.
Well, the amount of these we've done, I think everyone should know by now. It depends if more than one person is building it. Like, you know, so one person doing the job and someone does the next magazine. You don't know. Or another thing, it depends. Someone might start doing the building. Either they find an actual system, they can't continue it, so they sell the part of the build, and someone else is going to continue.
Step 2 is take port 61.1 and identify the 4 sockets for the race studs on port 61.3. And you'll know what step 3 is.
Yes.
Step 3, fit 61.3 in place on the side of the port 61.1, ensuring that the studs are in a recess. The center of the joint 61.3 is not able to rotate when it is correctly positioned.
That's the easy one, I'd like to point out.
Step 4. Turn port 61.1 around and repeat steps 1 and 2 to fit the second port 61.3 in place on the other side of the knee joint.
See, something, it's a good job they actually telling us to dry fit them. This one here is going to be fun if you had to get it out.
Yeah.
Right. Because that one goes in a lot further.
Yeah, deeper recess. Right, step 5. This shows the second port 61.3 fitted in place in the center of the port 61 check. Check that the port 61.3 is fully inserted.
And there's the other side.
Okay, step 6. Take the tendon 61.2 and the PM3 12mm screw 61.4. Note the orientation of the port 61.1. Identify the fixing points for the rounded end of the port 61.2 and port 61.1 circled.
Yeah. Well, I think everyone probably gather what's going to be next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Step 7. Use the fine screwdriver to fix port 61.2 in place on port 61.1 as shown, using the PM 3x12mm screw. Do not over tighten, as this port should be able to swing down. Ow. It's a tendon, so it's a movable port.
Well, not too. Well, to me,
That is
I have done that pretty tight compared if, like, when you screw into plastic, you think.
It's got to be able to move.
Yes. To me, I've done that screw up pretty tight.
And backed it off.
But it still moves.
Look at it. Oh well. That's it. Stage complete.
And that's a completed item.
That was quick.
I said that issue was quick.
Yeah.
Guess.
And we've got nobody else on the chat yet, so we don't need to keep that up to date.
No, jolly good. Okay. So next issue then, Adrian. Issue 62 of Build the Terminator. And in this issue, we will be fitting the kneecap and knee joint. And you'll attach the kneecap to the right knee and assemble the entire of the right knee joint. Heck, that sounds a lot.
Guess.
Okay. So when you're ready, we'll go through the list of pieces.
Sorry, I was trying to put the lid onto the base of it. I was putting it the wrong way around. Right, piece 1.
So 62-1 is a knee joint.
Yes, and that's, I'm afraid, all these parts so far have been plastic.
Right. 62-2 is the outer right knee cup or cap.
Yes, and that's plastic, and that's that one.
Okay. 62-3 is the inner right knee cap.
Yep.
Okay.
Plastic again.
Plastic again. 62-4 is the joint center parts times 2. Oh, yes.
Yes.
We've been there before. And 62-5 is 4 times PM, 3 times 6mm screws, and 1 spare. And have you had them screws before, Adrian? I think you have, haven't you?
PM 3 times 6 mil?
6, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Got 1 spare, so I'm going to put 1 spare away.
And then 62-6 is 2 times PM, 3 times 12mm Allen screws, and 1 spare.
Right, yes. PM 3 times 12 mil or 10 mil? 12.
12. 3 times 12mm Allen screws.
Well, I don't know if the other. Who wants Allen keys or not? Oh, they're all in the same pot, the same size.
Okay,
The tables is different.
that's okay. And it says you'll also need gel type super glue and a cocktail stick, a fine cross-headed screwdriver, Allen keys supplied with issue 26, and parts assembled so far. All parts assembled so far. Wow.
Okay, I'll hit the chat.
Yes.
Alex Demetrius. Hi, Adrian, Dave C, Dave Milne. It's looking very nice, Adrian. Harvey De Niro. Hi, Adrian, and how is Penny? I'll let you answer that.
Okay. Hi, Alex. Thanks for joining us. Hi, Harvey. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, Penny's fine as far as we're aware. Yeah, she's doing well. She was on a live the other night, and yeah, she's doing well. Thanks. So,
Right, step 1.
are you ready for step 1 then, Adrian?
Yeah, well, you read it out. I'll just continue because it's
Okay.
basically standard steps sort of thing. Well,
Okay. So take the joint part 62-1 and the joint center part 62-4. Note that it has four raised studs, which will fit into the recesses in part 62-1. Apply a little super glue to the sides of the raised studs. And in step 2, it says fit the part 62-4 over the shaft of part 62-1. Ensure that the studs are correctly located in the recesses. And somehow I think we've done that before, haven't we?
well, yeah, well, there's one there.
Oh, yeah.
And Christine says, hi everyone. Hope you've all had a good day.
Hello, Chris. Yeah, we've all had a good day. Apart from I couldn't get my engine running properly. So step 3 then, Adrian, if you're ready. Step 3, take the 2 parts of the knee cap and check how they fit together. 2 hollow pegs on part 62.2 fit into the sockets in part 62.3. Apply a little super glue to the inside of the sockets in part 62.3, and in step 4 it says fits part 62.3 into the back of part 62.2. Could they not have done that in one instruction?
Yes. Why couldn't they say? Yeah, as they usually do. Right, I'm going to put glue on the other pegs. Actually, why couldn't they make that a push-fit connection sort of thing?
Yeah, would make a change, wouldn't it?
Yes. Right, step 5.
Step 5 then, take the knee joint from issue 61, which you've just done, and check the knee cap assembly 62.2 and 62.3 fits on the parts of a tab at the top of 62.2 and 2 pegs at the side fit into the corresponding holes in 61.1 arrows.
Right, apply a bit of super glue.
And then step 6 says apply a little super glue to the sides of the tab and the pegs on part 62.2. Aha.
Well, I was just doing test fit basically first off.
Yeah.
Yeah, roughly find out where's the best place to, glue, put a bit of glue on the tabs. And sometimes, like, they might tell you put glue on the small bit, but sometimes it's best to probably put glue on the larger piece of plastic.
Yeah.
Or when you have no option, you've got 2 small pieces. Sometimes even some tweezers holding one of the pieces, it's a lot easier.
Yeah, absolutely. We haven't come across no little tiny fiddly bits very much on this build so far, is they?
No.
I think the fingers were the worst.
Fingers were the worst, were they, Dave?
I think so. I don't know what Adrian thought of them, but I thought they were the worst.
Yes.
I watched Hornets doing the mods the other day.
Yeah, I was unavailable for that stream mostly, so I didn't see it, and I haven't watched it back yet. So
Right, okay, yes, done step 7. Right.
oh, okay. So you've done step 7.
Guess what you find basically fit assembly.
Step 6 is step 7 then. So yeah, step 7, fit the assembly 62.2, 62.3 in place on part 61.1. Yes, you have.
Well, basically, whoever basically about building, you can gather
Where it's
what
going to go,
you,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Hachette instructions, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, them 3 steps, step 5, 6, and 7, could have been done all in one instruction, really, couldn't it?
Yeah, probably so the kids
Yes.
had plenty. Probably so they've got less pages to write up in the book.
Yeah. So step
probably-
8 then. Step 8 is take the parts assembled in step 1 and turn the assembly from step 7 on one side. Note that there is a flattened section on the rim of part 62.1, blue arrow. This has to align with the kneecap, red arrow. I did notice there was a flattened section on it when he took it out the packet.
Do you know why? Because it won't fit anyway, because you got the top of the...
Ah, yes.
This is part of your lower bone, basically.
Yeah.
And that is your... If you feel your leg, you can feel that notch there.
Yeah.
And basically, that's part of your kneecap there, sort of thing.
Yeah. And this is where we're thinking about that song again, isn't it? Where it's the leg bones connected to the jaw bone.
When this is finished, we're going to know a lot about anatomy of the body.
So step 9 then is fit part 62.1 into part 62.1 as shown, that 61.1 as shown, and fix in place with 3 PM 3 times 6mm screws, 62.5 circles.
Stand up, you...
It won't stand up. It must have had a drink.
I know, I was lazy. I could have put the part down because the way I've put most of the screws in, sort of thing.
No, you aren't lazy. And I think the next step is where it starts and gets interesting.
Right, yes.
Okay. So this is step 10. And it says take the model assembled from issue 60 and lay it face down towards downwards position the part for the previous step so that the head of part 61.1 fits between the sides of the right thigh part 55.1. We'll stay there for now because it's getting it in the right position to have it orientation wise, isn't it?
Yes, it's a big
Yes.
thing. No, if you haven't got a big table. Oh.
I'm just releasing the muscle at the moment, just because that muscle
Is he protesting a bit, Adrian?
No, the tape basically.
Because that Terminator.
I tape I taped this muzzle in, stop it flapping around.
Uh-huh.
You know, this.
Oh, yeah.
It's like now. This is the time I would say, right, okay, yes. Why couldn't I sometimes think some of the parts you've given us something.
So I'll go through this whole instruction again, because obviously there's a lot here. So step 10 is take the model assembly from issue 60 and lay it face downwards. Position the parts from the previous step so that the head of part 61.1 fits between the sides and the right thigh 55.1. Note the orientation of part 61.1 with the tendon 61.2 uppermost in this orientation. As you fit the head of part 61.1 between the sides of part 55.1, fit the tendon 62.1 into the open end of parts 57.1, 57.2, and 57.3 arrow, which I believe you've just done, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah. And step 11 is this shows the knee joint in position, ready to be fixed in place, which you've done.
I won't know until I start putting one of the end caps in.
Yeah. And that's the next step, which is step 12. Take the sides of the knee joint assembled in issues 59 and 60. Note that the model is still laying face downwards.
Right. This one here has got that little notch there, and that goes front of the knee, near the front of the leg. So can I find?
And then this is all relevant. So step 13. And step 13 is the parts from issues 59 and 60 fit into the knee joint on either side when they are screwed together. They will hold the knee joint parts from issue 61 in place. Note that there is a notch on part 61 that fits into the recess in parts 55.1 arrow. I believe you've done that too, Adrian.
Yeah.
And step 14 is on the outside of the joint, part 59.1, has a shaped rim that fits into the corresponding shape in part 51.1 arrow.
And back.
Yeah, that's that there. I was actually doing that one first without going to the next step.
I suddenly lost you there and came back.
We've lost the instructions, haven't we?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I lost you altogether then came back.
Did you? Oh dear. Right, and the final step in this stage then, Adrian, if you're ready for it, which is step 15, fit the sides of the joint into the sides of part 55.1 and fit the Allen screw 62.6 into the center of part 61. Use the Allen key to tighten the screw. Tighten the Allen screw. And I'm presuming that holds both pieces in, is that correct?
Yeah, that hold both pieces in. And it depends how tight you do it.
As to whether you have a wobbly knee or not.
Fully tight.
Now how much flex on the knee you have it.
Yeah. you want to bring the chat up, Dave?
Yeah, there's just Chris Camplin. Hi, Adrian, Dave, and everyone.
Hi, Chris.
And Chris Camplin again. Took longer to say than it does to do it. Lol.
Yeah. Well, that's Hachette's instructions for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well done. Looks good.
Okay. Are you happy with that, Adrian?
Yes, well, as it's an anarchy one, I can always adjust it a bit more later, you know, when I get a bit more of the leg in.
Yeah. Okay. So that's stage complete. The knee joint has been fitted to the lower end of the thigh. This is the view of the right hand side of the right knee with the model laying face upwards, facing upwards. Okay.
Looks awesome, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And it says, we'll be back. And in the next week's issue, you'll be starting work on the lower right leg.
Yes.
Wow.
Continue his leg down.
And P40F20, well done, Adrian.
Yes, well done,
Thank
Adrian.
you.
It was quite a stage, that.
Yep. That's why I let you do it, do you? I already did it.
Well, I wasn't having a very good day, really, but...
I thought it charged you up a little bit.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Thank you.
I'll just put it on there for a moment, guys. I'll just change my camera angle.
Okay. Hachette instructions that go well over the top, don't they?
Right. I think just so that they can get the magazine to a correct. I think they spread them out a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're probably told they've got to do this so many pages in the magazine.
I'm sure they do, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure they
And,
do.
We can get all the articles in, but we've got to spread the instructions out a little bit to make it so that there's enough room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like today, you might find, well, with the Root Master, they put too many steps in one step, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah, they do. Make it very difficult, very difficult indeed at later stages, especially with all the silly instructions that Hachette usually do. They always go around the houses to get to just next door, and it's just a case of cutting across the fence really to get to next door. But Hachette usually, with the Root Master, especially in the later stages, we found that they're describing every last little bit of instruction when it's quite obvious what you've got to do really, and they could simplify them instructions an awful lot easier, couldn't they?
Yep.
Yes.
But that's Hachette. So yeah, I enjoyed that, Adrian. Thank you very much for asking me today. I enjoyed.
Thank you for giving it time for me, Dave.
You're welcome.
And both of you.
I don't like this. I don't like this thing that you're building, but
well, as you know, parts of the body, like certain phrases, it's
yeah, certain phrases of the body. It's I suppose you've got to be a bit, shall we say, medical knowledgeable.
Yeah.
yes.
Especially when we're talking about pelvic muscles and stuff, pelvic joints and things like that.
Thoracic joints, yeah.
Or
No,
kidney tendon.
it's
Yeah.
It's not a model I would build myself, so but my son's building it, and that's why I thought, well, I'm building it anyway, so I can help work with Adrian.
Yeah. So I think once it's done, I'll be out of here.
Right.
Right. That's another good show there.
Yeah.
That's down for a little while. I don't know when they're, well, who buys theirs from the shop? Well, they'll get their issue 61 from on Wednesday. This Wednesday coming.
Yeah. So are you the first to build this then?
Maybe, I don't know. I have no idea. I basically don't do a search basically if anyone's done the issue 61 and 62.
Yeah. So yeah, it's quite possible that you are.
So you're doing Spitfire next week, are you, Adrian?
Possible. I haven't decided yet at the moment.
How's yours coming on, Dave?
Not so bad. I've got my next issue 9.
Yeah.
So I've got that to do. I was thinking of waiting till I get issue 10 and all and do the 2 issues together, since it's
Two together, yeah.
Yeah, because they're all pretty fiddly pots.
Yeah. No, that directly, yeah, they are fiddly parts without a shadow of a doubt. You're definitely going to need some your tweezers and a steady eye and a magnifying glass and that sort of thing.
Excuse me.
Yeah, especially that Spitfire engine sort of thing.
Yeah, especially the Spitfire engine. Yeah, definitely. So yeah.
But 7, 8, I'd end up having to use my magnifying glass, see the parts sort of thing. See where to cut them.
Yeah. I'm gonna obviously use Christine's magnifying glass and light, so that we can obviously.
Well, you can always, as you're both building it together, you can say, well, those are cutters, those are parts, those are your magnifying glass.
Yeah.
Don't forget, if you've got some tweezers, have your tweezers on the eye parts, basically.
Yeah.
Put a face mask on, you should think you're the doctors.
Doing an operation, yeah.
Yes. Right, well, thanks for everyone for watching. And please, if you can, give me a thumbs up if you haven't done already. Thank you all for watching. And sorry, Harvey, about you haven't seen Penny for a while. Yes, she's partly changed her job for a moment, so that's why she hasn't been building on the route master at the moment.
Yeah.
Fleetwood J's doing the build at the moment.
Yeah.
If you want to follow him. I do apologize, I don't have his channel linked in my down below. But I do have me and my 2 co-hosts linked in the description down below.
Okay, thank you.
Right. I'll say my goodbyes. Dave, say.
Okay, well, I'll say goodbye. Please give Adrian a nice good thumbs up for today. And obviously, take care out there, guys, and do as we're told, and as we're still on lockdown. And thanks for joining us. And thank you, Adrian, for letting me on today. Okay.
And Dave Mills.
I'll just say goodbye to everybody, and thanks Adrian for having us on. And as Dave says, stay safe out there. So, good night, everybody.
Good night, all. Thank you for watching.